I think it's crystallizing many things we've been working on now for over the last 12 months. We'll be revealing the second livery, which I think is quite beautiful and shows an incredible style and attention to detail. We'll be announcing a number of contracts with various vendors for our operation software, for simulators. We'll be revealing some of the plans we have around product and generally filling people in on what's happening around recruitment. It's been an incredibly successful couple of months. Our first 4 pilots have started training. We've got 20 pilots hired now out of the 700 we need over the next 3 years. We've started the cabin crew recruitment, which is going extremely well. We've had events so far in London and Paris, and we're having an event in Dubai in the next couple of days. And really, rather than being a paper airline, now the real nuts and bolts start to come together on the people, on the systems, on the engineering, and on the really, really detailed putting in place our new headquarters. We started the fit out of that, and we've hired all the technical staff that are coming in to run the operation day to day, including actually the first manager that's going to run our operations control center. So I think we're on track. We're probably a little bit ahead in some of the areas. It's been an incredible opportunity. We've been able to really pick the very best of, let's say, in my area in operations, software options that's on the market. But we're tailoring all of that to maximize what we do in terms of fuel saving, managing sustainability, and dealing with the whole ESG areas. And that's going to enable our crew, who, when we're hiring at the moment, we're talking to them about these issues. It's a very important issue for people. So we plan that each of our crew will have their own sustainability index by the time we launch the airline. So each crew member will be able to see where they rank in terms of managing carbon on the individual flights, or if you're in the cabin, how much recycling you're enabled, and how much that you rank in terms of the other members of crew, but also what against global benchmarks. So we would hope to operate in the most sustainable way that any airline has done, and we will be powering that with an implementation of the different software that we've got to maximize the blend of how we run the operation day by day, but also use fuel. There is an index measure you can use around the combination of both fuel saving in terms of continuous descent approach, in terms of how you manage not having track deviations and measurement of track deviations, and optimum flight planning and adherence to flight planning and managing the aircraft. So all of those things are measurable. We'll have the fully digital solution on the 787, and whichever narrow body platform that we end up with, again, we will have that platform in place. So it's quite possible to do it. It's a matter of, we're fortunate because we're installing this software from the ground up. We can just blend and take the data that comes from the different systems and put it into a tabular format that we'll be able to give people that kind of feedback. I think in the region, we'll be attempting to lead the region in on-time performance. We're taking our lead in terms of the benchmark from the Japanese carriers, and we'll be going through a very forensic and detailed method of our operating procedures to try and make sure we are one of the most punctual airlines in the world. Yeah, JAL and ANA tend to be the global leaders, and we have studied what they do, and I'm quite familiar with particularly what Japan Airlines do. And if you take what they do and how they implement it and the quality of the service, a punctual carrier is normally a very cost-effective carrier, and it's also normally extremely safe. So I think it's a matter of, we have the opportunity at the start to make sure we maybe don't make some of the mistakes that other carriers have made over the last 50 years. We started talking to governments overseas quite early. That's always going to be a challenge, but that's a challenge we're taking up quite early. And I think it works both ways. Saudi Arabia is opening up to the world and has been rapidly opening up to the world. So I think while we want to fly to other countries, other carriers in other countries want to open up to Saudi Arabia. And most countries are very eager to get the new travelers and the new market segments from Saudi Arabia visiting their countries. So I'll be confident that we just, as we move through our growth plans, we'll be able to get the slots we need as time goes by.